Hello, hello, hello. I feel so much better today. Oh my god, I felt like dick yesterday. Wow, I felt horrible. I can't believe I uploaded a vlog yesterday. I can't believe I even vlogged yesterday. I felt like dick. I felt horrible. And then I was watching it and I'm like, oh my god, I hate you. What's wrong with you? Why do people watch you? Oh. Anyway, how are you today? Happy Vlogtober! Day fucking 19, yeah, it's day 19. Because yesterday I was wrong and thought it was 17. Today is, wait, what? Yesterday I was wrong, I thought it was 17. But it was 18 and now it's 19. Hey, it's 19. Hey, it's 19. Hey, can you tell me I had way too much coffee today? So, what was I saying? I don't know. I was going to talk about my night Saturday, which I know I kind of went over it yesterday, but I was not feeling the greatest yesterday. I was a little hungover yesterday. I felt like a bag of dicks yesterday. So, this is what happened. I was sitting at the house, you know, I was talking to you guys, the peeps came over. Tim's 3 friends came over, 2 guys from Columbus, 1 guy he wasn't, not that good friends with, but friends with his friends, and they was friends. And then his friend that I know came over, and then another friend came over who, let's be real. This dude was like, because he's like, oh, you ever met my friend? His name, okay, so he got this nickname, Johnny Trump, because he, like, threw Tim's bike in the creek when he was younger, and his mom came out and screamed at him and said, well, you just think you're Johnny Trump, don't you? So then ever since then, when they was little, that everybody calls him Johnny Trump. But now that Trump's president and everybody hates Trump, he goes, yo, don't call me by my nickname, like, when we're out and stuff. Because as a shit going down with the president, people don't like me because of my nickname. I was like, you're a puss. Anyways, so the one guy was cool, he was cool, you know, Adam, I know him, he's cool. This dude was like, he reminds me of the guy that like sits at the end of the bar that has been, you know, he gets at the bar as soon as it opens and he doesn't leave till the motherfucker shuts down, and he just sits there and casually drinks. He drinks very steadily all day. He's like a born alcoholic. From the time he wakes up to the time he goes to bed, he just sits and drinks, and he sits at the end of the bar and he haggles everybody, and he's got all these one-liners that he tells everybody, and everyone just kind of puts up with it because it's the guy at the end of the bar. He's there. That's kind of like this dude. So we meet up with them, and then we go over to this particular guy, the bar haggler, to his friend's house, who I've never met before, who Tim was not friends with. Because the whole plan, he told Tim, like, yeah, we're going to go to this dude's house. And Tim's like, I'm not just going to show up at these motherfuckers' house that, by the way, just so happen to live down the road from us. I'm not gonna show up at these motherfuckers' house that I, like, am not even cool with. They're not even my friends. I mean, I know him, but it's not like we were homies. It's not like we were fucking riding bikes together down the road when we was younger. He's like, I don't really know him. I just went to school with him. I'm not just gonna show up at his house like, hey, remember me? I'm at your house. Remember that time we had fucking 6th grade math together and now I'm at your house? Remember that? No, he's not gonna do that. So, wow, I am extremely early picking Aiden up. So anyway, I've been vlogging, getting off late, BT Dubs vlogging, because y'all know today's my cleaning day. I clean, it's Monday, I clean, I run my mother-in-law around, and I was doing things and stuff. Plus my camera was dead, I totally forgot to charge it. Anyways, so Tim's like, I'm not going to this dude's house, like, he didn't invite me there, he's just like, your friend. So we go to the dude's house, because... well, we didn't go alone. Like, Tim's friend wanted us to just show up at these people's house who we have no clue who they are. he wanted us to just show up there, and Tim's like, I'm not down for that. I ain't doing that. So he's like, well, we'll come and pick you up, and then you can go with us, and then it'll be cool. So he was like, cool, okay, cool. Because we're not, 18 anymore. You can't just show up at a motherfucker's house. So they show up. We're blah, 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 talking. And then Tim introduces me to him. Then we go to these other people's house, and it's me and Tim and his 3 friends and the guy that lives at the house. No females anywhere, just us. So we're standing outside. They're fucking swapping stories, and I'm stood there with my gum up my ass like, yeah, cool. Wasn't there. Great. This is awesome. Oh, also, on top of that, I forgot my alcohol. And I don't drink beer because I don't like the taste of it. I don't give a fuck who you are or what kind of hipstery shit you got going on. Nobody likes the taste of beer. Don't fucking tell me that you brew your own beer at home because you like the taste of it. You don't. You just do it because it's the thing to do. Nobody likes the taste of it. Who would actually enjoy the taste of beer? Nobody does. Nobody. That's who. I don't give a fuck. Don't tell me you do, because it's gross. Beer's gross. So you drink it to get drunk. So I'm stuck there. No alcohol. So I'm not only standing with my thumb up my ass, but I'm also standing with my thumb up my ass because I have no alcohol, because I went back in to grab a coat because one of Tim's friends was like, there's a frost advisory out. I mean, that's when you know you're getting real old. It's like when you're all like hopping in the car to go party and someone's like, wait, there's a frost advisory out tomorrow. You better grab a jacket. It's like, what? What are we, 70? What the fuck? So anyway, so we go to the house and I'm just like, this is not cool. Then the girls come, and these are girls that are like, very nice girls, very nice, very welcoming, very friendly. They are like, head cheerleader, probably, I would assume, the head cheerleader, the prom queen, like that. And that's not really, I mean, I get along with everybody, don't get me wrong, but just not my crowd. So, but they did know some people from my school, which were like the football player, the guys that played football, and like the preppy guys, like when you're a schoolers, like the preppy people. That's what they was. And Tim's like, I wasn't really friends with them. I mean, they were like nice and stuff, but I wasn't really friends with them. He, what later had told me, those are like the preppy girls, were like the preppy girls at school. And I said, oh, I can tell. So we're at their house and we're like, yeah. So then we take a lift to the reunion. We get to the reunion. Tim's like introducing me to all these people. I think I told you in yesterday's vlog that I was like, bro, you can't just be like, hey, fucking Stephanie Tanner, and like take off and leave me. So, he, was like, oh, okay, I'm so sorry. So then we start going around. He was like introducing me to people, telling me stories about this person, this person, this person. I didn't really, it was a lot of information to absorb, basically. And I knew a couple of people there. And then there was one guy that he went to school with that has apparently transitioned and came as a woman, but was like a guy when they like all went to school together. So obviously everybody was talking about that, but I mean, nothing bad. They were kind of like, we figured that because of just like how he was in school. But how ballsy to be like a man all through school and then transition, then come to your reunion. Like, good for him, because that's balls. That takes a lot to do that. So anyways, and then my stomach started getting fucked up. Like I've told you guys before, I have ulcers, and my stomach started getting fucked up, and I said, oh, my stomach hurt, and Tim's like, are you ready to go? We can go, because whenever, like, my stomach starts hurting, he's like, let's go, because he knows there's, like, no subsiding it. Like, if my stomach hurts, I'll, like, eat half a bottle of Rolaids, and I hope nobody just saw me do that in my car in front of a school. I better tone it down with the hand gestures. Anyway, I've tried to eat a bottle of Rolaids. I take like the whatever the liquid shit is that I try so much. It just doesn't help I eat food. The only thing that subsides it is to stop drinking and eat like breads and things like that to try to like fill my stomach up. So I was like, let me just eat some food. Let me just eat some food. And he's like, no, no, no. But he was having such a good time. But he was also at that level of drunk where like he was having a little bit too good of a time and, you know, bouncing around, kind of a little bit making a fool of himself a little bit. So it was probably a good thing that we left. So then we leave and we're like walking through this empty parking lot and all these people like at this reunion, and here we are floating through an empty parking lot, and we go to the bar in front of us, and Tim's like on his phone trying to get a lift or trying to get a cab or whatever, and I'm just like, oh my god, my stomach, my stomach, my stomach, I need Rolaids, I need this, I need that. So he tries to get a lift, and he's like, fuck that, the lift is like 10 minutes out, we can't sit here for 10 minutes, and I'm like, it's fine, I'm fine. You know when you're drunk, and he's like, bleh, 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 and I'm like, I'm fine, it's fine, right? So then he decides it would be a good idea to, because there were 2 cars at the bar. I mean, mind you, this was like right before 10 o'clock. So the bar was like basically empty. There were 2 cars in the parking lot. These 2 guys like carred up, you know, to each other, talking to each other from their cars. Tim got a burr up his ass and thought it would be a good idea to go offer these people money to take us home because he didn't want to wait 10 minutes for the fucking cab. So he goes up to this dude, he's like, yo, if I give you $40, will you like take me and my wife home? And the dude's like, sure. Fuck yeah, I'll take you home for $40. Where do you live? He's like, we live in, like, basically about 10 minutes away from where we were. He's like, fuck yeah, I'll take you home. He's like, could you run us through Taco Bell as well? And he's like, fuck yeah, I'll run you through Taco Bell. So we get in the car, and it's this, like, 18-year-old kid. He's so young, and we said, because it was just fucking awkward. I mean, let's be real. This isn't this guy's job. He's not doing this for a living. He's just giving some drunk-ass people that he's never seen before in his life a ride home. So I was in the back seat. Tim was in the front seat, and I was, like, looking at him, and I said, you look really young. Like, he looked like he was, like, 15 years old. He's like, I am really young. And I said, how old are you? And he's like, I'm 18. I just turned 18, he said. I was like, oh my god. Oh, God would not approve. God would not approve. What the fuck am I doing? In this, like, 17-year-old kid's car, drunk as fuck, paying this dude $40 to take us home. And through Taco Bell. So, he takes us home, and we're like, thanks, bro. Don't rob us in the future or anything. Thanks. Now that you know where we live. So, then we go home and just do stupid drunk things, laugh at each other, and whatever else. The next day, I didn't wake up with, like, a headache. I was hungover, I was tired, but I slept pretty good. Usually I don't sleep good when I'm drunk. So we had good times. We're so lucky. Even Tim today, like, he came home from work early because he's still a little bit tired because we're fucking old, and it takes a long time for us to recoup from a night out. He's like, I think I'm done for a while drinking. I said, yeah, same. I think we've drank more this year than we have in the past 3 years. No lie, because we don't really drink no more. We've been out in the past, we've probably drank in the past 3 or 4 months more than we have in the past 2 years. 3 years? 2 years? Maybe? I don't know. Where's that cop going? Oh, she putting the cones up because people like to think they sneaky and come pick their kids up, cutting the line, cutting the school line, pick their kids up. Anyway, yeah, so we had lots of fun, but Tim's like, again, I'm so fucking glad that we left early. I'm like, bruh, me too. I'm so glad we left early too. So, that was our exciting night. This weekend, we're going to see Joe fucking Rogan. I'm so excited about that. I'm kind of excited to, like, tool around Cleveland and see what the city has to offer me and my loved ones. Why am I so weird? So, I'm super excited about that. I'm excited to, like, go do that and stuff. Oh my god. You know what I did do yesterday, though? So, we we had to get out of the house because we were hungover and like sitting around, make you feel like a bag of dicks. So I'm like, dude, I gotta go outside and do something. So I went outside, I was watering my plants and stuff. And then I came across Paul. I was looking for Paul and I found him like walking behind the air conditioner, and then I lost him. And then I was like, where the fuck did Paul go? And I found him on our lilac bush, I think is what it is. It's a lilac bush. And I started looking up all this stuff on praying mantises because I'm going to get a pod, like an egg pod, to hatch praying mantises because we're going to grow a garden next year, and I want praying mantises all over my house and all over my garden. She just scared the fuck out of me, just walking up on me like that. Beat, what are you doing? Anyway, oh, she's a sheriff. What was I talking about? Oh yes, the praying mantises. So, I've been like looking up all this info on praying mantises, and I had just happened to see, because remember how I told you that one vlog, if you guys don't know who Paul is, he's my praying mantis, he hangs around my house. In that one vlog where I had happened to say how my neighbor used to have praying mantises when he was younger, he would like find crickets and stuff and feed it. I just spit everywhere. Find crickets and stuff and feed them. So I got this idea. Oh my god, I want to take my tweezers and catch a bug in my tweezers and feed it to my praying mantis. I know. I don't know if I've ever told you guys, but I'm basically a park ranger. Like, I'm super into nature, just saying. So I was like down, ready for it, down. I got my tweezers out, like my lash tweezers, like the real long ones with the little this. So I was running around trying to catch bugs and stuff. Couldn't find no bugs to catch. I'm looking up, what do they eat? What do they eat? I was just ready to go to the pet store and get some crickets or some flightless fruit flies, I think is what they're called. And I see this fly on my shed. And I go to grab it, and he falls, and he's just buzzing. He's like a big giant, like one of those shit flies that are like weird colors and stuff, and they're so disgusting. So I take my tweezers down there, and I fucking caught it. I caught it. I fucking caught it. I caught the fly with my tweezers. So I went and grabbed him, and I'm like, dude, I got a fly. I got a fly. Let's go see Paul eat it. So we take it over, and I had it on the thing. He's like, is it alive? I don't think he'll eat it if it's not alive. And it was alive, and it was still buzzing and moving and stuff. Now, the way I expected this to go, the way I viewed the situation, was Paul just kind of, you know, slow motion, maybe grabbing it with his little hand, taking it from me, kind of, you know, I don't know what they do, spinning a web. He's not a spider, he's a fucking praying mantis, but I don't know what I thought. But, dude, I'm telling you, when I stuck that fucking tweezer in there, he was like, "Size!" And he snapped. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. It was like National Geographic, up close, in my hands, right here in my face. Snatched it. Oh, I wish I would have got it on video so bad. I'm totally going to try it again. I wish I would have got it on video. I did get it on video, him, like, eating it, which was the most disgusting thing ever. It was he looked like an alien. He had all the shit coming out of his mouth, and he's like taking pieces of the fly. It was miraculous. It was awesome. Oh my god, it was so fucking awesome. So I totes want to do it again. But now what I'm afraid of is that because praying mantises die in the winter, I don't want Paul to die. I think I'm going to get an enclosure for him. So me and bro may be heading out to the pet store somewhere today to find an enclosure for Paul. Because Tim had a brave idea, because he's like, don't they die in the winter? And I was like, yeah, they do. I'm going to be so bad. He's like, well, why don't you get something to put him in and bring him in the house? And then you can just buy crickets at the pet store to feed him. And I'm like, I should. He's like, and then when spring gets here, we can just put him back outside and he'll fucking, I mean, it may be a she. I'm not really sure. He, she, it, we, they. I don't know what his gender identity is, but I call him a him just because I call everything a he. That's just what I do, but I'm not really sure as far as the gender orientation of my praying mantis, but I guess I will find out. So, I think I'm going to buy an enclosure for him and try to bring him inside and see how long we can get him to live. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I've always been fascinated with praying mantises because they like move. Like we were outside yesterday and I was just checking him out, just watching him and stuff, watching him do what he do. And Tim was on the other side of the yard and he yelled something at me. And I swear to God, Paul goes, and he like turned his head to him. They're like little animals. They're so cool. Oh my God, it's so cool. So next year we're going to get pods. I'm going to try to keep Paul alive as long as I can keep him alive. And then next year I'm going to order pods up on the Amazons and hatch me some little manti hatchlings. And I've been looking up and researching how to take care of them and where you put them and everything. Oh my God, I'm so excited. So I assumed that if I get this little enclosure for Paul, that once spring gets here, I could put Paul back outside, then I could order me some manti pods, and then I could hatch them in Paul's enclosure, and then I release them all outside. And it'll be just an amazing National Geographic-like experience. Because that's how I felt yesterday. Like it was like a live National Geographic. It was amazing. I'm so weird. Why do you guys watch me again? There's some deep dark shit that y'all don't know about me. That I kill flies and feed them to mantises. No, I'm just kidding. Am I though? Okay. So anyways, yeah. So that's basically my life for the past 2 days. That's what's been going on. I'm super excited. I think what I'm gonna do is go home first and just make sure Paul's still around. I'm sure he is, because Tim's like, fuck, you probably just made a best friend for life feeding him that fly, because it was a big fat fly, and you could tell he was like looking for food and shit, because usually he doesn't move, he just kind of chills in one spot, but yesterday he was like all over the place moving and stuff. And I was going to feed him something else so I could get it on video. I'm going to try to get it on video if you guys want to see it. I mean, why would a bunch of fucking makeup bitches want to see a praying mantis catch a fucking fly and eat it? I don't know. I think it's interesting. Maybe you will too. Who fucking knows? Okay, so, yeah, that's it. I'm super excited about it. Yeah. Did that go? Did it? Yeah, they did. Okay. There it is. Alright. I will talk to you in a little bit. I don't like to film myself when little kids come out because everybody thinks I'm a pedo. I mean, they don't, but I don't want them to. You know. Okay. Bye. Hello, beach. I'm back. I got lentil chips in my teeth. So, picked bro up from school. He informed me that his Halloween dance was Wednesday, so we had to go get him a Halloween costume.
One of my friends trolled me,
and it was a big debacle because we had went to Spirit Halloween, and then the costumes were real expensive. So what had happened was we went to Spirit Halloween, and he wanted to like accessorize and get a bunch of props and stuff like that. But the problem was, where are you going, buddy? Because that light's green. So, go ahead.
I just wanted a really edgy outfit.
He just wanted a really edgy outfit to go with his mask that we got at the Renaissance Fair. And...
You literally just repeated what I said.
Well, yeah, but maybe they didn't hear you. So, it's kind of like a plague doctor, but not with, like, the long nose. It's like this crazy-looking mask. Anyways, so it kind of... Sorry, my wipers are on. Kind of like a plague doctor type-esque deal, whatever. So, we went to Spirit Halloween, and we found, like, a plague doctor costume, but then he wanted all these props with it, so I was like, bro, if we buy him the $60 costume, you ain't getting no props. Because it's like, I'm not buying it. Because it was so expensive. They're so expensive. It's insanity how freaking expensive that shit is. And every year we all succumb to it. I told him he needs to be a little more innovative. Like his friend is, what did you say Cody was doing? He's going as a, he's got headphones on. He's going as a fisherman. And then on the end of his line, he's going as a fisherman, and then on the end of his line, he's going to have a sign, like at the end of his hook that says, on a feeling, because he's hooked on a feeling. You get it? Yeah, you get it. I'm like, bro, why can't you do that? That sounds so much cheaper than $60 for an outfit. So anyway, so I was like, dude, if you're wanting to do, like, this you know, where you have all these props and stuff like that, then we're going to go to Myers and like piece it together. We're not going to do that here because they're so expensive there. Jesus, dude, is your truck loaded up? So we go to Myers and he finds like a cape and this top hat, and then he gets like all these messages from his friends. We're not allowed to wear masks. We're not allowed to do this. We're not allowed to do that. And I'm like, what the hell? So he's all bummed and he's like, I'm not even gonna wear a costume. So, because I said, well, what are you going to wear? He's like, I'm not going to wear anything. I'm just going to go as myself. And then his friends told him they were screwing with him. But they really are not allowed to have any props. So, because they're not allowed to have any props, I said, well, we can go back and just get the outfit then. Since, you know, because I'm not going to, like, buy all these props if, you know what I mean? So, long story not so funky short. He got the plague doctor outfit. So, and his mask is like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like black and red, and I think I mentioned in a vlog when we went to the Ren Fair that he got it. It was like this really expensive like leather handmade mask. So essentially he's going to have something that doesn't look like anybody else's, and when he's done he's going to hang the mask on his wall because it like matches his room and stuff. So I'll let it go, but good Lord, Halloween be expensive every year, girl. It's crazy. Do y'all's kids, do you guys go out all out for your kids' outfits, or are you like an innovative person that like does little cute shit like his friend? Like last year he was, what's that guy's name? Bob something or something, or the Flex Seal guy. He was like the Flex Seal guy. And then the year before that he was Bob Ross. Like he always comes up with these like cool innovative costumes that are like homemade and cheap, probably because he doesn't want to spend the money on it, much like me. But I end up getting conned into doing it. I made him buy his own cape though, because he wanted a cape. So I said, you're buying that with your own money, bro. I will buy you the costume and nothing else. Oh, wow, that was a horrible. Oh, okay. Anyway, we are home now. I'm gonna go inside and make supper. I'm going to attempt to make this thing I saw up on the Pinterest called French onion stuffed chicken. Because did y'all watch Raw Beauty Christie's? Do you guys subscribe to Raw Beauty Christie and her husband's little channel they got going on? They made French onion soup. Or, yeah, they made it. But they did a video on like them making French onion soup. And it looked so delicious that I was like, oh my god, I want that. So I asked Tim, like, have you ever had French onion soup? And he's like, Tim always has to have like some kind of meat whenever we eat. He's like it can't be, oh, like potato soup or something, you know what I mean? Like there's got to be a protein in there. So I was like, I remember pinning this recipe up on the Pinterest for some stuffed chicken with French onion stuff. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do tonight, and let's just hope it turns out. If it doesn't, I guess we'll be screwed. Okay, so thanks, bro. I usually keep it up so I can vlog, because when it goes down, it gets dark. Anyway, alright, so I'm going to go in and cook my supper. I will see you guys in a little bit. And we back on the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. It's just hot out. Ooh. That feels good. It like warmed up with the rain. You'll be glad to know that I retired to my evening wear, aka my house clothes, because it's, you know, the street lights are on. So so we back on the road again. I thought I would be the loving daughter that I am and take my mom some supper, because she's at work. My mom works at the mall, so that's what we're doing. You'll also be glad to know that my recipe was a complete and utter success. I should have showed you guys, but I had a fear of fucking up. I didn't want to fuck it up and then be like, oh look, on camera, I'm a sucky ass cook. No, I'm a fucking fabulous cook, I'll have you know. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to take my mom some stuff. What did I say it was? French onion chicken, French onion soup chicken shit. That's what it is. French onion soup chicken casserole. All you have to do is Google it. You'll find it up on the Pinterest. So, oh my God, you guys. Dude, I think our neighbors like to delve in the alcoholic beverages. Maybe a little bit more than we knew. I need to turn my wipers off because I know it sounds like a fart. Maybe a little bit more than we knew. Okay, so Tim tells, you know, Jeff to the left that, oh, we're going out, blah, 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 high school reunion and all, you know. So he's like, oh, let me bring you this drink that I made that he invented. Okay, so I don't know how many of you guys, a lot of you guys have been with me for a real long time, right? So when we lived out at our old house, I don't know if you remember or not. Probably fucking not, because I'm just like this person in space that like you don't see or talk to on a daily basis, right? So why would you remember something stupid like this? But at our old house, we had dozens of trees. Okay, not dozens, I'm being dramatic. We had like 7 apple trees, okay? And this guy would come out there and pick all of our apples, and then he had a cider press, and he would press cider and like make cider, and he would always bring us cider every year to thank him for letting him have our apples. But we did absolutely nothing with them. So it was, you know, no skin off our backs. So we got the apple cider, and he gave us 2 full fucking gallons. Like, excuse me, I'm not trying to sit on the toilet for the next 7 days. Thanks, Dave. Thanks so much. I appreciate you. I'm thankful for you. I'm grateful for the apple cider, but 2 gallons is pushing my limits, okay? I'm not trying to have my ass blow out in the middle of fucking, I don't know what I do other than stay at home all the time. But, you know, just in case. Anyway, so he gave us 2 gallons, so we took 1 gallon to Jeff to the left, right? So he's like, I took the apple cider, and I got this salted caramel crown, and then, like, Crown Royale, you know? Not Battle of the Hotel Royale or whatever it is. There was another one, too. Salted Caramel Crown, which I didn't even know was in existence, first of all. Salted Caramel Crown. There was something else. Is there an apple crown or a cinnamon crown? Is that a thing? Boozers? Is that a thing? Because y'all know I don't fucking drink. I don't know what kind of Crown Royale there is. So he brings it over, right? And he brings us like a tumbler, and he's like, you have to try this. It's so delicious. So we're like, okay. So we stick it in the fridge for later, because Tim said he had told Tim to break it up into 2 drinks, add ice. So I was, you know, perusing the fridge, trying to find a little snacky poo before we left. And I seen that sitting there. I was like, oh, let me try that. So I took a drink. Girl! Whoa! Whoa! I was like, are you supposed to add apple cider to that? Is that what he was trying to do? Like, we were supposed to take our apple cider and add it to his little drink. And Tim's like, it already had the apple cider in it. And I was like, excuse me? Are you sure it had the apple cider in it? Was it like a full glass of Crown with a shot of apple cider? Because, Jesus. And I was like, you know, expecting it to taste like a fucking cocktail. Not like straight ass fucking burn my face off liquor. And it tasted like straight ass burn my face off liquor. So I was like, oh my God, that's a little potent. That's a little potent. So, needless to say, didn't drink that because y'all know I got the ulcers. So, the next day, our other neighbor from across the street comes over, and she's like, hey, I heard you guys like to fucking drink. She goes, do you like to drink apple pie? And I'm like, listen, you apple pie? I said, what did she say? And Tim's like, I think she's trying to give us alcohol. And she goes, I made some apple pie moonshine, maybe? I'm not sure what it is. I made some, and I'll bring you guys some. And we're like, okay, cool. So she brings us this huge, giant, like, mason jar of apple pie something or another. I'm not super sure what it is. I think it's moonshine, and I'm a little scared to drink it because she said there was Everclear in it. So I'm assuming, going out on a ledge here, and gonna assume probably not great for the ulcers. So we put a date on it. named it, put a date on it, put it in the cupboard. Tim goes, how long is it good for? Because he's like, there's no way. Oh my God, it's got fucking Everclear in it. That'll get drank in 6 months, so hopefully it'll be good for the next 6 months. Hey, maybe it'll get better. It's like a fine fucking wine that, you know, gets better. Did I forget? Oh, whew. I thought I forgot my phone and I was fin to have to walk into the mall like this. Not that I didn't walk into the mall like this earlier when I took Aiden to prepare Halloween. Anyway, not with my house clothes on though. I didn't have my house clothes on. I had a hoodie on, so that is way more dressy than my house clothes. But I was scared. I thought I lost my phone, or that I forgot my phone. And then my ma told me to text her so she can come outside and get her shit. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. All right. I'm here now. So I am going to text my mom and give her food, and then I'll be right back. Oh, she was excited. All she brought was salad. She's like, my salad just wasn't getting it. And she loves French onion soup. So I gave her the leftover onions. And I was like, they're really concentrated. So, like, you could literally... 1 second. What is this dude carrying a baby through the rain? What the fuck? Hello? Yeah. No problem. Lion. I will. Huh? Alright. Oh, he said bye. I thought he said, you be aight. You be aight. Anyways, why is that guy carrying a baby through the rain? Oh, he's meeting up with somebody, giving it to him or something. They got some illegal adoption ring going on right here. Anyway, what was I saying? What was I talking about? My mom. Oh, yes. She loves some French onions. Why am I standing here? I can turn. She loves French onion soup. So she was most excited. Anyways, so much for not fucking going out in public in my house clothes. Because the boys need cereal and milk. They don't need cereal. They just need milk. Like, what the fuck? I got my house clothes on. Like, I don't have leggings on because, you know, leggings are life. I could wear those anywhere. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I'd be okay with that. But I don't have leggings on. I have these crusty-ass granny sweats on. And they look like shit. I look like a total bum. So guess what? We're going to the dollar store. Because I'm not about to be seen up in a classy establishment. Up in a classy establishment like the Myers with my fucking house clothes on. I don't think so. So, we're going to the dollar store, girls. I mean, I guess I could go to Walmart, because everybody at Walmart looks like this. They'd be wearing their pajamas and their fucking house slippers and shit. It's so warm out. I can't get over, like, how warm it is out right now. Anyways, back to what I was saying before I cut you off. I think my neighbors like to drink. And I think they think we like to drink now. And they're like giving us all their alcohol and stuff. They're like retired. Everybody in our neighborhood is like basically our parents' age. But they just love us. They just love me and Tim. Love us. Him and Jeff are like BFFs now. We went to his dad's funeral, so we're pretty close. Oh, and his wife came to the craft show with me, so, you know, and we let him borrow our tent. So we're like best friends now, just saying. Anyway, so, which, I mean, we're basically, you know, I don't want to say old people because I don't want to offend anybody. But, I mean, Tim and I are like basically in our 60s because that's what we do. I mean, not the people in their 60s do. Jesus, shut up, I'm going to offend somebody. Oh my God. Did I tell you want to hear a funny story? Okay, so remember how I was telling you guys the story about how we met the guys at the YMCA and they were like, yo, I want to fuck up some racquetball. We were like, fuck yeah, we want to do that. And they were just like making small talk and saying they thought we had gotten there late because we never told them that we went and worked out before we came to play racquetball because we told them we'd get there at like 6. What the fuck is wrong with my face today? 6:15. right? So we told him we'd get there around 6:15 and play racquetball, but we didn't tell him that we work out before we go play racquetball. So when we had seen him there, we didn't come downstairs until like 7 o'clock. So we usually play racquetball from 7 to 7:30. And when we seen him, they're like, "Oh, you're late, you know, just kidding around." And the dude was like, "Are you late or is she late? Did she make you late? Is it your fault?" And blah blah blah. And I don't remember what was said, but somehow I had brought up the fact that I just spent 3 hours cleaning my closet out and it was his fault. And he's like, "Well, did you throw anything away?" I was like, "No, but we've got stuff to donate." Tim's like, "You did too throw stuff away. You had stuff you threw away." I was like, "I know I did, but I'm so used to being on the fucking internet, I can't see anything without somebody jumping down my throat. Like, what'd you throw away? Did you throw underwear away? Somebody could use that. Like, get off my back, Sally. Jesus." So, I said, I just, that's what it is. I'm so used to being on the internet that I was afraid to say that I threw something away that, you know, maybe somebody could, I don't know, maybe somebody wants to use Tim's old used underwear that he can't fit into anymore. Who knows? Does that make me a shitty person? Probably, but oh well, you know. Call me a shitty person, Veronica. I guess it's just the way of the world. Anyways, I need to probably not drink 4 cups of coffee a day because I felt like I'm gonna lose my mind all day. I wish it wasn't raining right now because I really need to go out back and see if Paul's still there because he has me worried from the rain and the storm. I hope he doesn't blow away or something. I just want to make sure he's still living there so I can go get something to put him in. Because I'm not going to go spend a bunch of money on a cool ass fucking aquarium to keep a bug in if, you know, he's not there anymore. And I'm not super sure if he is. I bet he is though, because I fed him that big fat fly yesterday, so he's probably good for a couple of days. Because I read online, if you keep him inside the house, you only have to feed him 1 to 4 days. So every 1 to 4 days. That doesn't really make sense though, does it? 1 to 4 days? It said only feed them every 1 to 4 days. So, like, does that mean 1 day? Or that's kind of a big span, isn't it? 1 to 4 days. You know what I think I'm going to do when I get home? I think I'm going to try to fuck up some pumpkin bread. I found this healthy pumpkin bread recipe. Although, here's the thing. They use almond flour to make it. I'm thinking about using oat flour. Because when I make my banana muffins, I make it with oat flour and it helps me poop. So, thinking about doing that. And it says you can use erythritol or any other kind of sweetener of your choice. I usually use Swerve. However, I feel like maple syrup would taste delectable. Would it not? In a pumpkin bread? Maple syrup pumpkin bread? I think that sounds fucking delicious. I don't know about you. Okay, let me run up in the dollar store. Thank God there's not very many cars here. Look, why does the dollar store always keep their clothes outside? Like, it's fucking October and it's storming. And it's been like on the verge of raining all week and they always got clothes hanging outside on clearance. It just perturbs me, it does. Okay, BRB. What's this bitch looking at? That's not a parking spot, yo. This dude said, look, that's not a parking spot. They repaved the... What's it called? Okay, I'm gonna go. Somebody's pulling up beside me. Hey. Well, we just got real dark. Ooh, I did not fart. I did not fart. It was my windshield wipers. Swear to God. So, that was less than enjoyable. I got all this stuff. I got yams. I was like, ooh, yams. I like yams. I love yams. And then I had seen evaporated milk. And I was like, I remember there was a recipe that called for evaporated milk, but I didn't remember which one it was, and I didn't feel like looking it up to see if it was that pumpkin bread recipe. But I don't know why pumpkin bread would need evaporated milk. But sometimes they use weird things in like healthy recipe things, so I guess I'll just have some evaporated milk. Oh, and I also got condensed milk because I wasn't sure what the difference between evaporated milk and condensed milk was. And also, I wasn't sure if the recipe needed evaporated milk or condensed milk. So I just bought them both. Anyways, you know how like when you ask somebody something, just, you know, like an employee, or I'm so sorry. When you ask somebody something and then they just like go into this whole big thing and you're like, oh, I'll just make small talk. Didn't really want to know all that. Like, that had just happened to me. Like, I was at the dollar store and I was like, oh, you must be able to choose your radio stations because they're always playing country in here. And he's like, actually, there's only about 4 or 5 radio stations to choose from, and blah, 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 blah. And this isn't considered risque. It's from 35 years ago. Now, that would be, I was like, oh, I was just making small talk. You didn't have to do all that. And then he started going into Sherry, the manager. She listens to country, and yeah, okay. I just was making small talk. I just wanted like a, yeah, I don't like country, or yeah, that's, you know, what I do. Yeah. Anyway, back to my neighbors thinking we're drunks. No. Just kidding. Just kidding about that. Kind of. Anyway, so you guys, I'm almost home, and I think I'm gonna go in and try to make this pumpkin bread, and I might not because I bought yams, so I might go ahead and eat that for something a little sweet tweet. Might just eat some yams. Do I have marshmallows? Bitch, I think I have marshmallows. Ooh, yams, coconut palm sugar, fucking marshmallows on top, roasted them with a lighter. Yes, that's what you call ghetto Thanksgiving? Question mark? Okay, I've got to go, y'all. I'm on a roll tonight. Way too much fucking coffee. Way too much. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Please. Oh, thank you for not hitting me. Dude, there is this car that parks right there. It's not a car. It's an SUV. That's a lie. Straight from hell. There's a SUV that parks there all the time, right? Is that a fucking cop behind me? Is that a cop? Was I speeding? Am I swerving? I hope not. Anyways, there's an SUV that parks there, and every time somebody passes the fucking car, the alarm goes off. And every night, the alarm goes off for like 3 hours. So every night, this car is sat on the fucking side of the curb of the road with its fucking car alarm going off. Every night. And if you walk outside on a clear, crisp, still night, you can hear it in the background. I'm like, who lives there? Who lives there? Who's letting that car alarm go off for that fucking long? What the hell is going on? And why do you keep parking your car there? What the fuck? Anyways, I'm pulling into my driveway now. Where's my button? My garage door's been sticking. Pissing me off. Anyway, okay, so I'm pulling in now, and I'm home. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I will see you guys tomorrow, and for another vlog. And, that's it. I love you guys. Thanks for, like, tooling around with me. I really appreciate it. You guys are, like, my best friends. Okay, I'm gonna go. I thought there was something else I wanted to say, but I couldn't remember what it was. So I'm just going to peace out. I'm going to go because it's dark time and you can't see me anyways. So I love you guys. Happy Vlogtober, day number fucking 19. I will see you tomorrow for day 20. Peace, love, and chicken grease. I am out.